Now we are going to discuss common properties of speech error. We have seen that speech errors are basically the result of slip of tongues, and although infrequent, they reveal planning units in the production of speech. Slips tend to occur in highly regular pattern. According to Willem Leveld, who is a Dutch psycholinguist, the speech error comprises of three aspects. One is conceptualization, second is formulation, and third is encoding. Formulation, conceptualization is the first aspect where one conceives an idea and come up with a thought. Then that thought is transmitted into a linguistic form, an appropriate linguistic form, and that is where the formulation comes in. And the third is the execution stage, which actually involves detailed phonetics and articulatory plan. Now, slips or errors actually give us understanding of complete production process based on these three concepts. The basic idea when we are talking about common properties is that for an error to occur, both elements, which is the intended and outcome, must be simultaneously active at the same process of the process or same levels of processes. For example, word exchange with words, content word exchange with content words, function words exchange with function words. It's not that content words exchange with function words, vice versa. Now we will look at certain examples and have a better understanding of these properties which are common in the speech errors. Looking at the examples here, we can see that elements that interact with one another tend to come from the similar linguistic environments. This is what is indicated in number 2, which says the little burst of beaten. Actually, it is beast of burden. And 3, you can look at it. You are not a pigeon Peter Downer, are you? And correction is the pigeon butter downer. 4th is children interfere with your knife light. Actually, it's night life. Now, looking at the element which says that they come from similar linguistic environment, these are indicated in the example 2 and 4. Now you need to notice that the phonetic segments in the beginning of a word tend to be exchanged with other initial segments. The same is true for middle and final segment. Moreover, it's been observed that exchanges of segments are more common when the segments that precede them are similar. The exchange of F and T in sentence 4 follows this principle. Now, second is the element that interact with one another tend to be similar to one another. Now, in this situation in particular, consonants are invariably exchanged or shifted with others consonants, but not with vowels. If you look at the number 5 sentence, it says Sesame Street crackers. It's Sesame seed crackers. Now, errors involving this similar sound, such as this, often have little relation to meaning but are based instead on the phonetic similarity. Sesame Street crackers, sesame seed crackers. Although the same line substitutions tend to be semantically similar to the item for which it is substituted. Now, third, even when slips produce novel linguistic items, they are generally consistent with the phonological rules of the language. This can be understood more effectively if one recalls blending errors. When a blend such as slickery for slick and slippery occur, the result is non-word that could be a word. Finally, speech errors reveal consistent stress pattern. Segments, for example, segments that are exchanged for one another typically both receive major stress in the word or phrase in which they reside, or both receive minor stress. To sum up, with regard to common properties, speech errors are highly random. In fact, they occur in highly regular patterns. Elements of interaction and consistency of phonological rules with linguistic items are the main features of these properties.